Look who's with us. Senior Communications Advisor for Great America Alliance. Her name is Tomi Lahren. Tomi, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much for having me.
You know, I've spent the last 2.5 hours on this program in a sense of near despair for the Republican Party. Do you share my despair?
It's more for the American people, really.
That's
and
good.
It's looking at the Republican Party, but I've said it so many times. Many of these senators rode on the coattails of President Trump, and they also campaigned on repealing and replacing, or at the very least, repealing. And now here we are. They are comfy in their job, and then now it's a different story.
They haven't got the votes. If you put a bill out there, just repeal it. That's it. One-liner, repealed. They wouldn't get the votes. I mean, they won't get the votes.
I think that that's the best strategy, though. And then I think having a sunset clause...
No, if you don't get the votes.
Well, exactly. I mean, that's the first problem, right? But if we were able to get the votes, I think repeal it and then say, you got 2 years, get something going. And then I think they'd have some pressure because they're looking at midterms. We got to put something up.
If they don't get something done, I mean, they've just got to.
If they go to recess and don't get something done, I think a lot of Americans are going to be very, very upset.
I think
they take another break.
They'll stay in D.C. They have to do something. I guess that's a kind of a positive. But look, you're going to be debating Chelsea Handler. Is that correct? It's an event.
Sir.
You get together face to face. He's a liberal. You're more on the conservative side of things.
Well, absolutely. And she's very much on the liberal side. But it's Politicon. It's a political convention. It's kind of like the Comic-Con for political nerds. So it's my second year attending. Yeah, it's fun. It's great for all of us that love politics. And I think there's going to be a good mix of conservatives and liberals there. But
you're not a political nerd.
Well, I think maybe I am a little bit.
You're not.
I'm excited about debating Chelsea Handler. Most people probably wouldn't be too excited about that, but I'm excited for the conversation. It needs to happen.
Okay, what's the key issue that you're going to be fighting over?
Well, Chelsea obviously is an opponent of this president and his agenda and his America First agenda. And so for me, it's going to be probing her as to why she has such a disdain for this president. Because I find most liberals, they don't quite know, especially in Hollywood. They don't quite know why they hate President Trump so much. They just do. I want to know why.
Do you think she's going to demagogue? A bit nasty? I mean, she's a comedian. Personally, my personal opinion is that I don't think liberals have a sense of humor. They always see the negative. I think conservatives tend to be capable of joking about something.
Right.
But Chelsea Handler is supposed to be a comedian. Do you think she's going to abandon that laughter-making role and be just plain nasty?
Comedians are tricky. I've dealt with a couple of them at this point, and what they do is that when they're not solid on the issues or the policy, then they revert to the humor, and then they make a mockery of you. But luckily, I've been there, I've done that, did it with Trevor Noah on The Daily Show, so I'm ready for this one.
You know what's going to come at you. Chelsea Handler's going to say, why does Trump hate women? And what will you say?
I'm going to say, if Trump hated women so much, why did he have the first successful campaign manager in Kellyanne Conway, who was a female? He entrusted her to run his campaign and lead him to victory, but he hates women? I find that hard to believe. Is
there going to be a winner and a loser? Is there any scoring in this debate?
I don't think so. I mean, I think the liberals are always going to say Chelsea won. As soon as she walks on stage, they're going to say Chelsea won. But for me, it's about holding my ground, sticking to my principles, defending this America First agenda, defending President Trump where he needs to be defended, and I'm going to have some fun with it.
Have you always been conservative?
I think...
Didn't you go through early teens when you were sort of wildly enthusiastic about the principles of peace on earth and all that kind of stuff?
Well, I think we all want peace on earth, right? But I believe in free market capitalism, and beyond that, I believe in limited government. And I grew up in South Dakota. My parents raised me with hardworking values. I think that lends itself to conservatism. So I
want peace on earth after we achieve victory. Is that okay?
I like winning, and I'm not tired of winning yet.
Tell me again. It's the Politicon event. Politicon, sorry.
Politicon, yes.
And that is where?
Pasadena, California.
So you're going to have a California audience for this thing?
Yeah. But you know what? There are some closet conservatives all over California. I think they're going to come out, though. I really do. They're going to come out and support, and if they don't, hey.
Can you actually go to this event?
Yes.
It's not just a
ticketed
TV
event.
thing. It's a ticketed event.
Yeah, I think the capacity for the room is going to be a large room for this on-stage debate. It's going to be live streamed for those that can't be there, but it's also going to be a live audience, so you never know.
You got some security? I mean, I'm not joking about this.
No, I mean, it's going to be probably an issue. I'm sure they'll address it, though. Politicon has always been great. And they try to have an even playing field as much as they possibly can. But then, you know what, the next day, I debate Simone Sanders. So I go from Chelsea Handler to Simone Sanders. So
look, I'm terribly sorry. I'm not entirely familiar with Simone Sanders.
Turn on CNN. You'll see her.
Do you know that I was the first person to broadcast for CNN from New York on day one of the network in 1980? Do you know that?
How does it feel looking back on it now?
Myself and my colleague Lou Dobbs,
Yes.
we were the founders.
Yeah.
Well, he was the boss, and I was his second guy. And he founded the business department on CNN in 1980, June 1st, 1980. And look at us
Wow.
now. He anchors a fine, well-rated show at 7 o'clock at night, and I do this in the morning. How about that?
Hey, life has a way of working out.
Yeah, turning full circle. Thanks very much for being with us, Tommy. You can come again anytime you like.
I
Okay?
would love to. Thank you, guys.
Good luck.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
Thank
good
you.
luck, by the way. That's true. Right.